Have you ever heard of Bergerac? Not the TV detective, but the actual city tucked away in southwest France, wherein vineyards roll across gentle hills and the Dordogne River winds quietly via centuries of records. But here's something unexpected. If you land at Bergerac Airport, there's no bus or train into city. Even on a Saturday morning, you receive to find taxis ready, and Uber? It just spins without a driving force in sight. Unless you've booked in advance with Bergerac taxis or used their nearby app, you can be stranded. It's as if modern comfort hasn't pretty caught up right here. And maybe that's a part of the appeal. Because Bergerac isn't a place to rush through. It's an area to pause, to breathe, to find out.
Bonjour and welcome to France. I'm the city center of the city that's called Bergerac. It's a small town in southwest of South France.
Located inside the Dordogne department of Nouvelle-Aquitaine, this small town of round 25,000 humans has an individual a ways larger than its size. Set on the banks of the Dordogne River, Bergerac has lengthy been a hub of wine, exchange, and quiet beauty.
Hello, I am in the street market and now look what I got. This is the traditional baguette from France. I hope you have a good day.
But have you ever wondered where the call Bergerac comes from? The beginning of the name is notion up to now lower back to the Gallo-Roman period. One broadly regularly occurring idea indicates that it comes from a non-public name, probably Bracarius, blended with the suffix acum, which indicated possession of land in Latin. So essentially, Bergerac could imply the estate of Bracarius. Over time, the name evolved linguistically into its modern-day form. Another opportunity hyperlinks it to the Occitan language, spoken traditionally in this a part of France. In Occitan, berger, manor shepherd, and whilst less widespread, some romantic interpretations have imagined Bergerac as land of the shepherds. Whatever the real foundation, the name now resonates with attraction, records, and a uniquely southwestern French identity. The records of Bergerac stretches back to Roman times, although it simply got here into its very own in the course of the Middle Ages. By the 12th century, it had become a rich metropolis, in large part thanks to its function along the Dordogne, which allowed traders to ship goods downstream all the way to Bordeaux and beyond. Wine, wool, tobacco, and dried plums were commonplace exports. However, Bergerac's place additionally supposed it become a goal. It changed arms a couple of times at some stage in the 100 Years' War between the French and English. Later, inside the 16th century, it became a stronghold for Protestant Huguenots all through the wars of religion, a time that left an enduring mark on the city's architecture and cultural memory. One of the town's maximum defining moments turned into the signing of the Treaty of Bergerac in 1577. This settlement between the French monarchy and Protestant leaders became a step in the direction of religious tolerance. Even though, like many such treaties, it became extra of a delicate truce than a permanent peace. Now, let's clear up a common misconception. You might have heard of Cyrano de Bergerac, the poetic huge-nosed hero of Edmond Rostand's famous 1897 play. Many anticipate he was from Bergerac. In truth, the actual Cyrano, Savinien de Cyrano, became born near Paris and never had any sturdy ties to the city. Still, Bergerac has embraced this literary discern as an image. Walk via the antique metropolis, and you'll locate not one, however, statues of Cyrano every, with his famously exaggerated nostril. One stands in a small square, surrounded with the aid of 1-2 timbered houses and cafes. the opposite by using the river. While Cyrano may in no way have lived right here, he's determined a 2D existence because the quirky, romantic mascot of the town. When you arrive in Bergerac, the vintage metropolis or vieille ville will likely thieve your heart first. It's a wonderfully preserved labyrinth of cobbled lanes, wood-framed homes, and intimate squares. Unlike greater touristic towns, Bergerac gives a peaceful appeal. You receive to discover overwhelming crowds, but you'll locate warmth, authenticity, and splendor round every nook. Place Pellicière is the beating coronary heart of the old town. Lined with cafes and eating places, it's an ideal place to sit down with an espresso or a tumbler of wine and watch the arena move through.